Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. For this Sunday video I just thought I would go through my game library, my entire collection of, 376 games, which not all of them I've played. I'm not here pretending I've played all of them, but a lot of them have been downloaded from PlayStation Plus through the months of PSN and things like that, where you get it used to be one free game when I first started my PSN in I think 2015, and then all of a sudden one day you could just download all of them. So yeah, that's what I started doing, and that's why I have so many games in my library. But we're starting with most recent. I wanted to have it at the top where you could go through oldest to newest, but when you do that it only shows purchased games, which is weird. But yeah, I'm probably maybe gonna skip over a few, just because obviously 376 is a lot to go through, and I won't be saying a lot on everything. But if I see something super interesting, then yeah, I'll go over it, and yeah, you get to see what's in here. So first is Astrobot. I played Astrobot when it released, and I wasn't as impressed with it as I thought I was gonna be. I wouldn't by any means say it was Game of the Year 2024. But I'm still really happy it won. If it didn't go to Black Myth Wukong, then I wanted it to go to Astrobot because Team Asobi did a really good job. Yeah, it's a good game. Not my Game of the Year, but it's really, really good. I'm trying to go for the Platinum. I've got all the bots, all the puzzle pieces, done all the levels, obviously, and now I just need to finish the Grandmaster Challenge, which is so far extremely difficult, but I got a bit of practice in this morning. So we'll see how that goes. I saw this last night. My first Gran Turismo, just the title drew me in because I was like, what the hell is this? It's a free downloadable game, online optional, so you don't have to play with other people if you don't want to. And apparently it's just an easier way for people that don't know anything about the Gran Turismo series to get into it. I grew up playing Gran Turismo, I think it was A-Spec, Gran Turismo 2 and 3, and possibly 4. If Gran Turismo 2 was on PS2, I can't remember. But they were my dad's games, obviously, and I played those a lot with him. And I still want to get the new Gran Turismo, but I'm not willing to pay over 50 quid for it, so I'm waiting a little bit. Just recently, like a couple of days ago, got Assassin's Creed Mirage. I don't know, I've been wanting to get back into the Assassin's Creed games. I played the first one way back on the Xbox 360. I didn't have an Xbox 360, but my brother got one from somewhere. Yeah, I played Assassin's Creed 1. I had no idea what the hell I was doing, but I found it fun regardless. The open world was cool. And apparently this one goes back to the roots of Assassin's Creed, so yeah, I wanted to give it a go. Clive and Wrench was a random Amazon pickup that wasn't very expensive, but I played, I watched like the opening cutscenes and stuff, and I wasn't that impressed, and then I played probably about 5 minutes of it and turned it off. I will probably go back to it, but it's not something I think I would recommend, but I don't know yet. SpongeBob SquarePants, the Patrick Star game, however, is very, very fun. I don't know, the cover of this one just drew me in, because like, look at that artwork. I never was a really big SpongeBob fan or anything, but yeah, I've been really enjoying it. It's like I don't know, my first GTA type thing. There's driving, you can grill patties and stuff with mini games and things like that. I'm going for the Platinum basically because it looks like a fairly easy one. There's tons of trophies though, but very fun. Yeah, not gonna you know everything about Black Myth Wukong that I've told you so far. It should have been Game of the Year. My stocking just fell off the wall. It's Christmas time and my stocking just fell. Yeah, not going to go on about Black Myth Wukong because I've talked about it loads on this channel already, but it was a fantastic game. My Game of the Year, absolutely. Just kind of playing through it again on the New Game Plus. I can't believe it didn't win, basically. This isn't mine. I bought my partner, Rainbow High, Runway Rush, because, well, I thought it was funny, basically. But he's going for the Platinum on that on my PlayStation. So yeah, that's that. Infinity Nikki, I thought I was gonna like this a lot more than I don't know. It's weird. I like it. I think it's very fun. It's a very cool platformer. But there's just a huge learning curve with so much you have to do, so many options and so many things to make and craft and things. It's a little overwhelming. So I've not. I deleted it so I could download something else, but I'll probably go back to it one day because it's free to play. I don't know how to say this, Kenya or Kenna. Bridge of Spirits. I wasn't interested in this, never have been, but I've been going through Sony IPs, Sony releases and things, and trying to catch up on certain things that I've missed, and this was one of them. And I wasn't going to download it, but then Harry on Instagram said it was kind of a Souls-like, so yeah, I'm kind of interested in that. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, what an absolutely fantastic game. I think I spoke about this literally on my last video, because I completed it this year. Just brilliant, really, really loved the story. The atmosphere was fantastic, very spooky ambience. One of the scariest games I've ever played, and that's coming from someone who's not at all scared of horror games. Red Dead Redemption 2, I have over 500 hours in this game. I can show you right now, if you can see it down at the bottom. Down there, what is it? I have 552 hours in Red Dead Online. So yeah, yeah, it's a fantastic game. Literally, it's brilliant. I complete the story. I can't remember if it was... No, it must have been last year because it's not on the list. So I completed the story of this game last year, and then I originally got it because I wanted to play it online with my partner. So yeah, most of those 500 hours have been spent playing with him, riding around, doing missions, that kind of thing, doing PvP and things like that. Very, very fun. Completed Shadow of the Colossus, the PS4 remake, this year. Literally like last month, I think. Or it might have even been this month. It was either last month or the beginning of this month. And I really enjoyed it, except for that final boss. The final boss is absolutely shocking. And I've no idea how somebody playing on the PS2 would have even completed that boss. But I've watched speedruns since, and it's unbelievable talent, basically. Very, very fun game. Love the concept of it. Recently bought Alan Wake Remastered on the PS5. I've been waiting just to find a good PS5 version, basically. I started playing it when it was free on PSN, I think the month or the month after Alan Wake 2 came out digitally. And obviously Alan Wake 2 just got its physical release as well very recently. So I wanted to basically play through Alan Wake again, because when I first played it, I didn't finish it. And I actually want to finish it this time, but I've started it again from the beginning because I couldn't remember the controls and that kind of thing. Bleak Faith Forsaken. I played probably about an hour of this. It's a Souls-like. Honestly, I watched Prod play it a few years ago now, and it wasn't very impressive looking then, and it's still not now. Pretty fun, but definitely not worth £28 that I paid for it. Even though it did it, I can't even remember. I think it came with a poster and stuff. I've forgotten. Sure it did, but yeah. Decent game. I'll go back to it eventually, but not something I'm, super enjoying or anything. Took a little break just because my cat was being a bit restless, and I just wanted to get her situated, so I wasn't, doing what I did last video, basically, and getting annoyed, but we're fine. Cloudpunk, just recently completed that as well. I think I put that in a video. I put it in my last video. My last video was completed games this year, and Cloudpunk I think it was my most recent completed game. I'm sure it was the last one in the video. Very, very fun. I liked that there was a lot to do in it. It wasn't just what I thought it was going to be, which was being in your hover car the whole time and delivering packages from place to place. There was different city areas, different vicinities where you get out of your car and you can go collect things. The way the story unfolded was done really, really well. Through each delivery, basically, is a different plot point, and in the middle of that, there's different missions you can do, whether they're collectible fetch quest missions or taking somebody somewhere they need to go, that kind of thing. Very, very fun game, and I really, really suggest it. And the voice acting was not that bad. In some parts, it was pretty charming. So, Temtem, I've no idea what this is. It was a PS Plus game from this month, and I've not checked it out or anything before. So yeah, Aliens Dark Descent. I can't remember if I've heard good things about this. I feel like the most recent Aliens games have fairly decent-ish reviews, but I genuinely don't know. I'm not an authority on the Aliens games whatsoever. Barbie Project Friendship was the first joke game that I bought for my partner, but he actually used to watch the Barbie movies when he was a kid, and that's one of the reasons why I bought it for him. I thought it would be kind of funny, but I was also interested in seeing how it plays. And honestly, you don't see many decent kids games these days, but it's actually pretty good. He got the platinum for it. Can you tell? Can you? Wait, there it is. Platinum. So yeah, that one wasn't me. But yeah, that's that game. Eternights, I started and I've not continued it with it yet. It's kind of a Souls-like, with like combos and stuff involved and some quick time event type things. I just really liked the cover. I thought it looked awesome, and then I looked up the combat and it looked really cool. There's boss fights, and yeah, story goes down. I'm sure I've talked about this one. Basically, a company puts out a drug that I think is supposed to stop aging, and it goes wrong, and people turn into monsters, and yeah, you have to... Oh, it's also a dating simulator. I forgot. That's the reason I got it. I thought combat mixed with like a dating simulator type game would be so interesting, and I need to get back to it. So, Medieval Dynasty. I freaking love this game. I played a lot of this game, I think last year or the year before, and I did the single player because it has a single player campaign. You play somebody called Rasimir, and you're basically building your own dynasty and your own village, which then becomes a town, and obviously and everything. And yeah, I mean, I didn't finish it. It's a very long game, but I recently re-downloaded it and I've deleted it again since. But me and Joe played probably a good 30-40 hours on this, literally staying up till like 5 a.m. because we just couldn't stop. It's like, oh, I'll just chop this tree, and then yeah, you just keep going. It's like when you can't stop with matches in games. Oh, just one more match, guys. Yeah. Food Truck Simulator. This one had very mid reviews, but what I've played of it so far, I actually really enjoyed. I love... it got like 2.5 stars, basically. Not even 2.5. I like games where you do menial tasks like delivering packages or making food and things like that and delivering it to people. You get to drive around in this game, and even though the graphics are very primitive, and I'm talking like very primitive, it's still really fun. The detail of how you actually make the food is like really cool. You have to use all the different ingredients. You have to like put gas for cooking, clean out the oil. What do you call it? What you cook chips in. You have to get rid of the... I guess it's just a chip cooker. I don't know. You have to get rid of the oil and stuff from that. You have to clean up after yourself, and you get a score for it. So yeah, that's a really good game. And anyone put off by the score should not be. It's very fun. The Night Witch is a shmup, story-based shmup. I guess most of them are, to be honest. But I started it, and I've not gone back to it yet. It's a side-scroller, horizontal shmup. You play as the Night Witch. And I honestly, while I was watching it, there was so much story being thrown at me, I didn't really gather what was happening. So I'm not going to lie about it. Road 96, I started playing on the Portal, and I was really enjoying it, and then my Portal just like shat itself because of my internet. My internet is absolutely shocking. My last video took 17 hours to upload, so yeah, and it was only just under an hour long. But I would really recommend Road 96 from what I've played so far. It's like a, what do you call it, when you have to multiple choice dialogue game, and you get options whether to like steal from people and things like that, and you meet new characters as you go. I played probably about an hour or two of it, and I really enjoyed it. Gris, I finished. I really liked this game. It wasn't quite what I expected, but in a good way. I thought it was just going to be like a really basic side-scroller puzzle game, and it was in a way. But the story behind it was very emotional, and I actually teared up a little bit, either throughout, maybe near the beginning and towards the end. So, the Amnesia collection. I haven't played any of the Amnesia games. Everyone went through a little phase when they were a kid, or a mid-adult, a juvenile, where, you know, they watched PewDiePie play Amnesia. And this was £2.39, I think, and it's usually around... I can't remember what it was. It's usually around 25, and I just thought £2.39 for, I think, 3 or 4 games is a freaking great deal. So I've not played it yet, but yeah, I plan on it at some point. Rez is a really great game. I haven't finished it, but I got probably about 40% the way through, which isn't obviously a long way. But yeah, I played Child of Eden, which is made by the same person, and I really enjoyed Child of Eden on the Xbox 360. So, if you haven't played Rez, I suggest it. It's an absolute classic anyway. It came out on the PS2, I believe, so... Death Stranding. I've talked about Death Stranding before. a walking simulator that's not a walking simulator. Everyone just calls it that. You deliver packages to different way stations, and they will ask you to do things. But you also have to basically save the world. It's a post-apocalyptic game made by Hideo Kojima, and you are bringing the world together. And it's not online or anything. You can't play with your friends, but it has online qualities where, you know, if you put like a bridge down or a ladder down, somebody else in their world can then use it, which is very, very cool. And you can give them likes and stuff. Through delivering, you build up your score, you become an even better deliverer. You're basically an Amazon man, but there's other qualities in the game, and it's a very, very, very good game. Can't wait for the sequel. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves. I have played Uncharted 4 to death. I mentioned that in a video. I've literally played it like 10 times. I haven't played, I can't even remember what this one's called, the second game, not the second game, but the fifth game with the girls. I haven't played that one, but Joe played all the way through it, and he enjoyed it, and I enjoyed watching. I've played Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they are all fantastic, and I need to get around to playing the girls at some point. But yeah, I love Uncharted, and this is a great collection. I have it on PS5 physically. That's why it's there. Resogun. I can't remember actually if I played this, but I think I did. I did, yeah. It's a shmup. A horizontal scrolling shmup, but you're going around a sphere basically. It's a spherical area. Well, in the little bit that I played, I probably played it for about 10 minutes. I think this was free, I'm pretty sure, or like £1 something, but I feel like it was free. And yeah, I enjoyed it. It was different. You have to save little people and drop them off at a little portal while you're trying not to die and being shot at. Secure Shooting Library, yeah, have this physically. I love it. It's fantastic. It's got Strikers 1, 2, 3 on it, and Soul Divide I really enjoyed playing. It also has Dragon Blaze, and then there's one other game that I don't remember the name of. What is it? Can't find what you're looking for. Okay, well, I guess I'll... whatever. There's one other game on it that I really like, but Strikers 1 and 2 is what I've played most. I really, really love Strikers 1 and 2. Kiwi, I expected more from this game, I'll be honest. My partner is really enjoying it, and that's why we were playing it, because we were playing it together. But, I don't know, I just expected more from it. I really enjoyed the first few levels, but when they started adding like gimmicks and things, it just became less and less my thing. Strikers 1945 I bought separately. I really love Strikers 1945, and I obviously bought this before I got the Secure Shooting Library. Yeah, I love it. It's fantastic. I've beaten the game multiple times. I can't remember if I've ever played it on normal, though. It's a very difficult game. I'm not very good at shmups, and I usually play it on... I've played it on all of them up to normal, I think. So, yeah, because there's, like, you know, from Monkey and Child to very, very difficult. Ghost of Tsushima, completed it this year. I completed it on the PS4, and then I traded that version in and bought it on the PS5. Started it, haven't continued with it yet, but I have completed it. It is an absolutely fantastic game. I loved it. I love the story. I love the characters. I love the gameplay. The combat is absolutely just some of the smoothest combat I may have ever felt in a game. It's brilliant. Haven't played this game yet, but bought it digitally because I wanted to play it on my Portal. Haven't used my Portal for a while now. And then I recently got it on Amazon as well because it was 14 quid, and it's literally the cheapest I've ever seen it. So for a physical copy of Need for Speed Unbound, I could not say no. But I have it digitally as well, and I bought it for like maybe 5 or 6, so that means I've already spent 20 on it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I downloaded this because, again, I wanted to play it on the Portal. It was free 1 month. Anything with a little plus on it, a yellow plus, that means it was a PS Plus thing. But yeah, I downloaded it to play on the Portal, and I ended up not playing it on the Portal. I looked up some gameplay, and it just didn't look like my kind of thing. But I'll probably try it at some point. Bee Simulator, I completed this year. I mean, it takes literally about 2 hours to beat. I played it on the Switch way back when it came out, and I'm very, very, very ashamed to tell you that I paid about 32 to 35 quid for it when it came out on the Switch. Very, very shameful. Should never have done that. But still a great game. I really enjoy it. It's different. There's not many games where you play as a bug, which, you know, we're going to get to this one in a minute. But if you're looking for a bit of literal mindless fun where you follow little markers, and you're picking up pollen as you go. It's very, very good. This is a PlayStation Extra game. I'm trying to remember where I didn't buy it, but I'm trying to remember which games I have on PlayStation Extra and stuff. But this was definitely a PlayStation Extra game. I watched T Martin play it, and I wanted to play it myself, but I haven't yet. So yeah, absolutely despised and hated this game. I had it on PS5 and then I traded it in. I just really disliked it. It was trying to put across something that it just wasn't. The vibes were wrong. The level design was terrible. I really did not like this game at all. That's why I traded it in. I don't usually trade my games. I collect to collect, not to collect, play, and trade. But yeah, I hated this game so much, so I got rid of it. Empire of the Ants, I can't remember how much I've played of this, but it's around 6 to 8 hours, and I freaking love it. This is a fantastic RTS game. Wasn't really into RTS for like the longest time. But then I saw a game where you play as an ant, and I couldn't not. Watched T Martin play a little bit of it, but didn't want to spoil it because when I saw it was coming out, I pre-ordered it. And yeah, it's fantastic. You play as an ant, you do little missions, but you also have the big story missions where you control your colonies of ants and bugs, and it's fantastic. You're fighting against other bugs. It's absolutely brilliant game. If you're not into RTS, try this game out because I swear to God it will convert you definitely. G Darius HD. This is the arcade unit ports, and I played probably 5 minutes of the first one and turned it off. I have Darius X Burst or Darius Burst EX Another Chronicle, and it's good to have in the collection. I don't know how much I'll play of it though, but I have it downloaded at the moment because it's a shmup and they take up like half a megabyte of data. So yeah, this Chained in Hell. Wow. Downloaded this. I actually paid for it as well on release day. It was like £6, $6.99 or something. And yeah, it's not very good. It's not terrible, but it's not very good. Me and Joe played it together. It's split screen co-op. I think it's split screen. I'm sure it's split screen co-op. But obviously it's a rip-off of Chained Together, and it is not a very good rip-off. Completed Crisis Core Final Fantasy 7 Reunion this year. PS5 version. I had the PS4 version and I didn't complete it when it came out because I wasn't leveling my spells like a moron, and I couldn't beat Genesis when I got to the end. Talked about this in the games completed video. Played Crisis Core when I was a kid. Absolutely adore it. It's a fantastic game. Not to keep reusing the word fantastic, but it really, really is. One of the best Final Fantasy games, I would say, especially if you're really into hack and slash type stuff with AP management and magic management and that kind of thing. Very, very good game. And the Reunion version, the graphics in this are unbelievable for cutscenes and stuff. Just really, really huge nostalgia trip for me. Darius Burst Another Chronicle EX Plus. Fantastic game. Completed it this year. Only one of the routes, I'll be honest, and it's not very long at all. You could probably literally beat it in about 20 minutes, but very, very fun. Love the music, and the visuals are just absolutely stunning. In fact, wait, is this... I can't remember if it's still downloaded on my... Oops, that's Death Stranding. What am I doing? I don't remember if it's still downloaded. Oh! Frick, it's not. That sucks. I was going to show you the music, but yeah, it's not downloaded, so that's whatever. But yeah, even if you're not into shmups, I think this is a really easy one to get into. I don't think I died that many times, and I suck at shmups, so... Power Wash Simulator. Great game. Very relaxing. Very, very satisfying. Really fun to play with, well, anyone, basically. Me and Joe have been playing this together. I need to re-download it again at some point, but yeah, we did some levels in this. Probably, like, 5 to 10 levels, and then we were doing the Midgar level, the DLC Final Fantasy level, or one of them. We did the robot at the beginning, and it was very, very fun, but absolutely huge. Like, it takes a good, hour at least to do one level sometimes, because it's just huge, but very, very fun. Cotton Fantasy, again a shmup. I had a shmup thing going on this little period of time. Really, really, really great shmup. Super good jumping in point for anyone not good at shmups. I'm not good at shmups at all. Basically, you if you die, your score just gets reset, but you get to continue. So that's great for someone who's not very good, like me. The Inquisitor. I love the cover of this. I mean, look at that. It looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah, got it physically, and I'm really enjoying it. I need to go back to it. I've not finished it yet, but it is still downloaded. You're an Inquisitor in, I don't know what year it is. It's something like the 16 to 1700s or something, where people are very religious, but it's a timeline where Jesus was not a savior. He was a bad person, basically, and inquisitors and people, they I can't word it properly, but basically if you do something bad, they're like, yay, Jesus be praised. Like they love you. Like if you beat someone for doing something bad, they'll praise you, basically. And I haven't got to the end yet, but very much enjoying it. Death Note Killer Within. Yeah, this is a PS Plus game, I believe. Yeah, it is. I'm not sure why it doesn't have the PS Plus thing on it, but it was. And this came out on its day one release, I think, on PS Plus. It's an online, basically, Among Us rip-off, where you play as either L or Light, and their followers. And yeah, it's Among Us, but Death Note, and I love Death Note, so I thought I'd download it while it was still free. Ghostwire, got this on free in PS Plus, literally like the week after I bought it, which annoyed me. Luckily I didn't pay a lot for it anyway, but yeah, I've not played it yet. Ghostwire Tokyo, really looking forward to it. First person shooter, but with magic, I guess, I think. I'm not sure. I haven't looked it up. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. Turbocharged. I played the first one of this and I absolutely loved it. I was never really a Hot Wheels fan when I was a kid, like I didn't have a lot of the cars or anything, but driving games where you're in like a really small car and you're like driving on, you know, a table or whatever, not always a table, but like a small track, very, very fun, super enjoyable. It reminds me a bit of Micro Machines, but I've not played the second one yet. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Me and Joe recently played through this, reading out all the text and stuff in the different characters' voices and things like that. Very, very fun, super different. Wanted to play it just because, you know, it came out nearly 10 years ago now, I think. And, or over 10 years. And everyone, when I was younger, was like, oh, this is absolutely crazy, this is insane. You know, there's horrible dark themes in it. It's a horror game. It's whatever. I just bought it physically on the PS5 actually, because Amazon said they had the PEGI version, which is PAL, and it came and it's ESRB, which I'm not super bothered about, but I haven't opened it yet. I'm looking forward to playing the second cycle on it, because we got through the Monica boss fight. Not that it is. You just literally sit there in a room with her for ages until you realise you just have to delete her. Spoilers. Yeah, and then the game restarts, but it's all different, and, you know, just play it, it's fun. Not like a brilliant game or anything, but it's definitely fun. Stray, another not brilliant game, but fun. Yeah, everyone loved Stray, and I thought it was pretty mid. That's about it. You play as a cat, it's a platformer, and you know, unravel the story as you go. Not bad, definitely not. Didn't live up to the hype, in my opinion, but yeah, people loved it, so that's what matters. Indica, this game I really did like. I didn't know what to expect from it at all, other than that you play as a nun. You play as a nun, and she is being spoken to by the devil the whole time, the whole game, basically. It's a puzzle, platforming, third-person exploration game. Basically like a walking simulator, but there is a little bit more to it than that, with a story. Yeah, I just really loved the cover of it. The yellow and the black and white just stands out so well. Really, really enjoyed it. There's a little romance going on as well through it, which is nice when you meet the guy. And there's mini games in it that, honestly, the graphics reminded me a little bit of Clock Tower on the PlayStation 1. There's people outside my house screaming, "Stop, please." I'll do a few more rows and then I'll probably finish it off, because I don't want this video to run on too long. Editing the last one literally took me like 6 hours, which is crazy. But yes, let me know if you want me to do another of these videos. I got the idea from Pete Dorr. Oh, a thing! Huge savings, big games! I got the idea from Pete Dorr on YouTube, who I've literally been watching half of my life. Like, I was watching him 15 years ago, something like that, something absolutely crazy, when I was like a young teenager. And I still love his videos to this day. I just recently found him again, and it's made me really, really happy. But yeah, he did this a while ago now, and I just thought it was such a good idea to go through what you have and just, show it and, talk about it, talk about certain things. So yeah, let me know if you want another one of these. I would like to do another one. Very fun. What Remains of Edith Finch? Absolutely fantastic game. I have played this probably, God, it must be going on 6-7 times now. Just played it this year again. We play it every year on Halloween, probably for the last 5-ish years. It could even be longer, but the last year we tried to play it, it crashed, and then we just didn't try again. So yeah, we missed last year. Really, really good game. Sick of saying that now, but it is. You play as Edith Finch going through your childhood home, and I'm not going to spoil it, but you are basically, as the player, going through and trying to find out what happened to every member of her family. And each room you go into is a family member's room, and you look at what happened to them, basically, and the story is completely unraveled at the end. Very, very sad, or emotional, I guess. But very, very enjoyable, very fun. Definitely play it if you haven't already. This is 100% recommend. If I could get a physical copy of this that didn't cost me nearly £200 to import from like America or something, I'd be ordering it, and it's basically a holy grail item for me to get this on the PS4, but it's very, very expensive. So yeah. White Day, a labyrinth named School. I'm trying to get a lot of PS4 and PS5 horror games just because I really enjoy them. Started playing this one, and I probably played a couple of hours of it and then turned it off. I was meant to go back to it, and I just never did. But yeah, you're a student in a school, a boy, and creepy stuff is happening. That you're being chased and pursued by a janitor the whole time, and there's girls who are trying to chat you up, but also suspicious things are happening too. So yeah. Horizon Zero Dawn, this is the remake. I don't know why it has that cover when the Horizon Zero Dawn remaster cover is different. Weird. But yeah, I started playing this, probably played it for a couple of hours and then turned it off and didn't turn it back on again. I do plan to, absolutely. I was really enjoying myself. I just get distracted so easily, it's unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, I don't know much about it, so I can't say much about it, but I really enjoyed what I played of it. The gameplay was really fun. It's very different using a bow. There aren't many games that I play where you use a bow. I can't actually think of one right now. I'm sure there is something, but yeah. I will go back to this because I was really enjoying it, and I do want to get Horizon Forbidden West as well on the PS5. It'd be very cool to have them both on the PS5. Returnal, Metroidvania third-person shmup, basically. It's never described as a shmup, but it's definitely a shoot 'em up. The the visuals in this are absolutely fantastic. I really love space. Anything to do with space in games is completely underrated, though I have seen a lot more games using space recently as an environment. But Metroidvania makes it really interesting because obviously when you die and you go into a new cycle, which is what they call it, everything's different. The whole landscape is different. Everything is placed in different areas, and there's different enemies and things like that. There's boss fights in this. I played probably a good 4 hours when I first booted it up. I just couldn't stop. It's very, very addictive. But I haven't gone back to it again. But I will, because I wanted to get this one, and then I eventually did, played it for a bit, and then sent it off again. So I need to get back to this one for definite. Hogwarts Legacy completed this year on the Xbox One. Traded that version in and got the PS5 version, and I made a character, played a little bit, explored a little bit more, and then turned it off and didn't turn it back on again. Just because there's other things to play, and I'd literally just completed it, but I'm really happy to have it on PS5. Xbox One has some serious buffering issues, and I feel like I've heard some things for the Xbox Series X and S as well, that there's buffering issues when it's really only when it comes to going through doors in the castle in Hogwarts. You run up to a door, and on the PS5 version you run straight through it, which at this point in time is what you expect from a game. But on the Xbox One, I was running up to a door and constantly just having to wait there until the buffering finished. And there's literally a buffering circle, so it really takes you out of the game. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It got me kind of back into Harry Potter, which is cool because I liked Harry Potter when I was a kid. I just really liked the movies. I read one book when I was a kid, and I think it was, oh god, what's the second one called? Oh, what is it called? Chamber of Secrets. I read Chamber of Secrets when I was a kid, and I enjoyed it. The boycotting of this game seemed very silly to me, considering I don't think J.K. Rowling had anything to do with the making of the game. Yeah, it would. Yeah, if you haven't played Hogwarts Legacy, I fully recommend it. Extremely fun. Just a really, really good time. You just get to put your own life away for a bit and be a wizard, or a witch, or a witch wizard, whatever you want to be. Very, very cool game. Very fun. Very good visually. And you get to make your own character, which is also very fun. I love any game like this, 3D open world, where you can make your own character. So nothing but praise for Hogwarts Legacy, seriously. If you haven't played it or anything's put you off, get the PS5 version if you can. Even the other ones are worth playing, PS4 and Xbox One, but PS5 is definitely the way to play it in my opinion. The Until Dawn remaster, completed it this year. Doesn't take long, probably takes about 8 hours if you know what you're doing and kind of running through it. Not that you can run. For some reason, they've gotten rid of the run button. Not even the run button, it's like the walk quicker button like they put in these dark anthology games. But yeah, you're just forced to walk extremely slow in the remaster. I don't know why they've made that choice. It's very, very strange. I mean, I would honestly say just get the PS4 version. It's cheaper, it's better. The tone is actually correct, because in this one, I don't know why they thought they needed to change the tone of the game and make it like a teen scream horror jaunt, but it's really just not. It's fine to play, but I certainly wouldn't pay what I paid for it, so I would definitely suggest just getting the PS4 version if you're into playing Until Dawn, or you haven't played it. Don't upgrade if you have Until Dawn on the PS4 already. I got Until Dawn years ago, and it's still sitting up there on my shelf, and so is this remaster, but I don't know. I can't decide whether to trade it in or not, just because I love Until Dawn that much, and it cost me a lot of money. But now would be the best time to trade it in, I suppose, because I'll still get a decent price for it. So, yeah, play PS4 Until Dawn. Don't bother with this PS5 version. It's a bad remaster. Balan Wonderworld. Interesting 3D platformer. I've been looking for more 3D platformers to play on the PS5 because I just don't think there's enough of them. But this one is pretty decent. I was going to play it alone, and then I saw that there was co-op, so me and Joe started playing it together. And it's okay. It's a bit like, in a way, Infinity Nikki. Or, I suppose Infinity Nikki is a bit like this. You get different outfits, and the different outfits give you different powers and things like that. I would like to go back to it, but just not yet. I'm not really in the mood for more 3D platforming now that I've wasted my life on Astrobot trying to get that platinum. Pardon me. Yeah, it's very, very cheap. I think this cost me £6 on Amazon. If you're into 3D platformers, you could maybe check it out for that price. Definitely wouldn't pay probably over 15 for it, but yeah, if you can get it cheap, it's worth playing. Talked about Still Wakes the Deep loads on my channel already. I already did one video on it, and then I did, it's in my completed games for this year video as well. It's a great game. The atmosphere is fantastic. It's a really, really great horror game. Horror, thriller, parkour stuff. That's what you do in it. It's really, really good. You play on a rig, an oil rig in the middle of the ocean, and I just think that is such an absolutely fantastic, very, very cool setting for a game. The graphics in this game, I can't praise high enough in terms of environmental areas and things like that. The ocean looks completely realistic, and the inside of the rig is the exact same. I was constantly just stopping and staring at pieces in the game, looking at the different rooms, looking at every item in the room, just absolutely scanning every detail, every pixel of it. It's so realistic looking, it's insane. Play Still Wakes the Deep if you haven't already. It's very, very fun. If you can get it on sale, definitely worth a play. It's probably like, I think I took 6 hours to complete this game. It's not long at all. So yeah, Still Wakes the Deep. WWE 2K24. I've never ever played a WWE game or anything like that, but this was on it was on PS Plus, so I downloaded it because why wouldn't I? It was free. Squirrel with a Gun. This game is fantastic. You play as a squirrel, you steal a hard drive in the shape of a golden acorn, and you shoot people with your gun because they're trying to pursue you to get this hard drive back. It's just great. It's really, really good. There's like I've just said, not enough 3D platformers in my opinion, and this is a really, really, really great one. You use the guns that you get, because you can get different guns, as means of traversal. So your double jump is you shoot the gun at the ground, and you can keep shooting it. So you can go pow, 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 and it gives you higher jumps. If you get an SMG, you can fly, obviously with the rate of fire of the SMG. And then you can get like things like shotguns, and the power in a shotgun, extremely powerful, so it sends you even higher. It's a very, very clever game. I thought it was going to be kind of stupid, which is I saw the trailer of it on a state of play, and that's where I first saw it, and I knew I wanted to play it immediately, just because it reminded me of like Goat Simulator and stupid things like that. Really, really great game. Fully suggest it. My friend just asked me if I think they should get it, actually, and I fully suggest it, so definitely. Dredge completed this game this year as well. Great game. Very, very fun. Love Team 17. Brilliant company. They always put great games out. I don't think I've ever played a bad Team 17 game, honestly. You play as a fisherman and you get marooned on this island, basically, and then the mayor is like, yo, you're a fisherman? We need a fisherman. Do you want to fish for us? So you get fishing missions and things like that, but there's other missions as well. I don't think it's a long game. I think I'm probably doing everything, like all the missions and stuff. I probably spent about 12 hours on it. Could have been less, can't remember. But I'll definitely be playing it again. I already started a new playthrough of this. It's not currently downloaded, but I do plan on going back to it. But I've already talked about it before, and I've suggested it, so yes. Dredge, good game, very good game. Okami HD, I bought this on the PS4 as I had never played it before, and I was just fully underwhelmed. The beginning of it was so long and drawn out, there was so much talking. I played probably 10-20 minutes of it and then turned it off. It was making me feel sick looking at the screen. Just because of the graphical style, I imagine. Very, very pretty game. I have nothing but praise for the graphics and things like that, but it's just not for me, so I traded it back in. Yeah. And they've just announced the second one as well, haven't they, at the Game of the Year. Game of the Year Awards. So I hope everyone enjoys that when it comes out, basically. I'll make Silent Hill 2 the last game, but again, I've already spoken about it, I guess, because all these games are the most recently played. But yeah, Silent Hill 2, what an absolute brilliant remake. I can't believe, and I've already said this, but I can't believe Silent Hill 2 did not win a single Game of the Year award. Luckily, it appeared in other award shows, and it did win certain awards like music and story and things like that. Just an absolute, everyone involved with this game was robbed of at least winning something, if not Game of the Year, which I don't believe it was nominated for. And I would have given it to Black Myth Wukong anyway, because that was just an ultimate experience in gaming. If you've ever played Silent Hill 2 and then you play this game, you'll find it to just be an absolute homage to the original. I don't think any other team could have done such a good job in using the source material in the way that they have. It's basically a dedication to the first Silent Hill 2, which feels weird to say. The first Silent Hill 2. But yeah, if it wasn't Black Myth Wukong, this would have definitely been my Game of the Year. Probably took me, I think it was 20 hours to complete, which is double the length of the first Silent Hill 2. But just an experience that every horror fan and every horror game fan needs to experience, because wow, very, very scary. And again, I'm not scared of horror games, but this is scary. Some jump scares in it, and just the environments in this are absolutely terrifying. I see a dark hallway and I'm just spooked immediately. So yeah, that'll do it for now. I have all of these games, which you can't see, all of these games to go through. So let me know if you want me to do another video like this. Let me know if it was boring. This is what I have installed at the moment. Death Stranding, which you obviously saw. Astrobot, my first Gran Turismo, which is paused at the moment. Mirage, Helldivers, which I'll be playing tonight, which is yesterday. No, it's 2 days ago for you, because I'm filming and editing this on Friday. SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick Star Game, Black Myth Wukong, Rainbow High for Joe, Red Dead Redemption 2, which hasn't been uninstalled on here since I installed it. What else do we have? We have Eternights, which I need to get back to, which is that one. Empire of the Ants, Food Truck Simulator, Darius HD, Darius HD even. Secure Shooting Library, and Lifeless Planet. Oh, and Kiwi, which I actually thought I'd deleted. And Inquisitor, which I really, really need to get back to. I'm super enjoying that game. Very, very fun, actually. There's different... You're in, like, a normal world, but also you pray, and then you go into your, like, prayer world. It's, like, basically the other world in Silent Hill 2, but not really. And, yeah, you have to avoid these monsters and things and collect these light orbs, and then once you collect all of them, I think it just gets more and more the more you go through the level and the different levels in the other world. It puts together a story or, like, memories for him that he can tap into of somebody else. Which helps you solve cases, because as an Inquisitor you're basically a detective in ye olde times. So yeah, that's everything that I wanted to cover in this video, basically. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too boring. I'm gonna go edit it, and hopefully it's not too long, but I know I've had feedback saying that the last video was very enjoyable, so that makes me really happy, because when I finished filming it I wasn't happy with it at all. The second half, there's a lot of cuts, because it was just very, very messy. That's why it took me so long to edit. But yeah, I appreciate everyone that's liked and commented, and especially subscribed. We just got past 50 subscribers. I think we're on 51 at the moment, which is amazing, because when I uploaded the video I think I had 43, so that's an 8 subscriber gain just from that one video, which it just feels really, really good. I know 50 is not a huge number, but when you think about 50 people in a room staring at you, then it's a big number. So yeah, thank you for watching. Tune into the next video whenever I upload it. Let me know if you want another one of these. The next video won't be another one of these. I think the next video will be a PS5 pickups video, because I have more PS5 pickups. I'm sorry, I can't stop. I see deals and I just have to have them. But yes, that's enough yapping. Thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, see you in the next video. See ya.